Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, guys. Kat, you get the gold star for the day, girl. Welcome, welcome.
Does everybody have their coffee?
I have to turn my volume off on my computer. Sorry about that if there was an echo. I have my coffee this morning. I didn't have my little Peeps cup, but I
Mm.
have my little topper here to keep my coffee warm. Yes, I had to have some. That's probably I'm gonna admit it though. It's like my third cup already this morning. Hey, Terry, McMouse mom. Hey, girl. Good morning.
Um, so um,
Oh, Kat
it's
sent you.
okay.
That's okay, Kat. That's awesome.
There's a sale coming. Yes.
I
Hey,
think that's awesome.
Tracy. Oh, yay. Hey, Tracy.
Hey, Tracy. Wow.
Do you know Tracy,
I
Carrie?
don't. I do
She
not know
is
Tracy.
awesome. She's awesome.
You got your coffee, Jennifer H. Good deal.
Oh, Daisy. Hey, how are you? Oh, thank y'all so much for coming. Yay! I'm so excited. So my husband's been working like a ton of weekends, and so on Saturday morning we go treat ourselves to a little iced coffee. So look
Hmm.
at this. I mean, is this not a ridiculous coffee?
Oh, that's awesome. I love it.
How are
I
y'all
love it.
doing? So, I,
Susie, hey Susie. That's my bestie right there. Susie's my
oh
bestie.
yay! Hey Susie.
Susie's from New Jersey. She's a Jersey girl.
My mama is from New Jersey.
Oh wow.
She is, and her best friend from high school still lives there. Outside I think they grew up in like the Millington area.
Oh, that's
Anyway,
pretty cool.
hey
Hey
Carla.
Kat, I am going to attempt if nobody knows this yet, let me just line this out for y'all. I hate decoupage. I hate it. Okay. The only reason that I am here is because number one, Maddie is so good at it. And number two is my bestie, Meg. Y'all don't tell her, but Meg at Chasing Retro is my best friend. She keeps saying this same thing. She keeps saying how she hated decoupage until like the last few months. Now she absolutely loves it. So when Maddie and I were talking about this, I was like, please show me your techniques because I want to love it. I really want to love it. So I'm relying on Maddie to show me how to do it.
Well, I'm not an expert, but it is something I find very like relaxing and cathartic. And you really have to a be okay with a little bit of a mess because it's a
Mm-hmm.
little messy, and you have to be very patient with yourself
Mm-hmm.
and patient with the medium you're working with. And I learned that because I've done this,
Mm-hmm.
practice, lots of practice. But
Well,
freezer paper is the best. What do you do with the freezer paper?
so don't that's Cat, that's where you iron it on, isn't it? Don't you iron it onto a napkin and then it turns it into like it's decoupage? Is that what you're talking about? Because I saw that technique when you talked about it on one of the comments that you left. I went and looked it up, and it really is fascinating looking. But my question is, do I take my Rowenta or do I go get like a Dollar General iron and try it with a Dollar General iron?
Oh, I would like maybe put like an old towel or something on top of it.
Can you do that? Because it didn't look like it looked like. Cat, tell me if I'm wrong. It looked like they took the iron straight to the wax paper. Like you turn the wax paper over,
Oh,
so the wax side is on top of the napkin and you just barely run it over. It's just enough to essentially just melt the wax onto the napkin. And I thought, oh, now we may have to try that. Oh, you put parchment over it.
oh,
Okay.
okay.
Okay. That is. Hey, Leslie. Good morning. My Leslie's here this morning. She's
Hey,
feeling so much better, y'all.
Leslie.
She had a rough week. Leslie had a rough week this week. She was sick, sick, but
Oh,
she's doing better today. Hey,
oh,
Sandra. Hey, girl.
Sandra.
Oh, I'm so glad everybody's here. Hey, listen, I want to share a story with y'all real quick. Maddie won't she'll disagree with me, but I'm gonna tell y'all something. She's a real trooper. Y'all, if
What are you about to say?
the very first time, I cannot believe Madeline's even agreed to this, but she is really a
Stop.
trooper.
Stop.
Listen, the very first time Madeline and I connected, well, it was, we had had a couple of chats, but we connected on StreamYard, and we were kind of going through a couple of things, showing her the ropes of StreamYard. Because this is her first live, by the way. So congratulations, Maddie. I'm so proud of you.
Thank
Um,
you.
so I had the link was up. If you don't know, you can, behind the scenes stuff. Okay. The link is up. My phone is here on the boom, and but Maddie. I don't know if Maddie. I didn't know if Maddie was on yet. She had the link and everything to get on. I just didn't. Anyway, I go out of my shed, and whenever I come back in, when I open the door, the very first thing that I see on the ground is a skink. Now, if y'all don't know what a skink is, it's because y'all didn't grow up in the South. A skink is basically a lizard, but it looks exactly like an eel with legs. Okay, because it's not scale. And if it runs away real quick, it'll look like a snake. That's how slimy look. It's just really weird looking. And it was a big one. And when I tell you, I started cussing a blue streak up in this shed. I had been raised by a hooker and a sailor. I was cussing. Oh my God, y'all, was I cussing? And then I realized, I was like, oh my God, if this woman is on this thing. And I said, Maddie? And she said, yes.
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
And I thought to myself, that is so classic Carrie. If anybody is going to do this kind of baloney, it is going to be me. And she would have had, like, her mom would have been in the room, her kids, everybody would have been there listening to me. I'm telling y'all, I was
Mm-mm.
cussing. I had to ask forgiveness. I was cussing so bad. It was bad.
I mean, she even had a special name for
Oh,
that
yeah.
that creature, and she was
That's right.
uh-huh.
It was horrible. So, y'all, kudos to Maddie for even continuing down this road with the paper monkey. She
Well,
saw a
I
side of the
knew.
paper monkey that people typically on YouTube don't see.
Well, I knew at that point. Then I knew we were going to be besties. I just got to tell you, that was the moment I knew. Okay, I'm going to get along with Kitty the Paper Monkey.
Lord have mercy. But no, I really do. I want to congratulate Madeline for taking the leap and doing live. It takes y'all. I mean, it really does. I mean, to this whole technology business and trying to get your talents out to more people, because Madeline's very talented, no doubt about it. But the technology piece can be challenging. And Madeline and I were talking earlier. I, I I think both of us would consider ourselves computer literate. I mean, we work in a corporate environment and have followed industry standards that dictate our day-to-day life in the work world, to work in databases and programs, and so we know the lingo. I mean, we're not scared to try it. But man, some of this stuff, y'all, I thought I was computer literate till I came to YouTube.
Yeah, it's a learning curve for sure.
Yeah.
For
Hey,
sure.
Leah. Hey, Leah. Hey, girl. Look, everybody's here.
Yay! Thanks, y'all, so much. I appreciate everybody hopping on. Um, so I think we're gonna do some decoupage today.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
And I wanted to kind of start from the very beginning because that's just kind of how I operate. And don't cry, Sandra. Um, and y'all can laugh at me. and I don't know that I would recommend this, but I always have, this is like an orchid or something came in this. And this is gluey water. And I always have this around somewhere in my craft room. Yes, I have spilled it and made a mess. So I keep it somewhere where I won't spill it again. Um, and to me, having something like this always kind of on hand helps me, I don't know, feel like, oh, I can do this. It's not such a big deal. But to start at the very beginning, I have got this glass jar here. All right. And this is my personal recipe for decoupaging. Okay. So
Okay.
I add a little water.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And then I'm going to go in and I've got the Mod Podge and I'm just going to add a teeny bit of Mod Podge. And honestly, you've got to do what works for you. You've got to do, um, I think a lot of it, honestly, I think is climate based. I really think that you have to, I live in the South. It is very, very humid here. I need something a little thinner. All right. And then whatever PVA glue, I have got bookbinding glue. I have got good old Elmer's glue. All right. So I'm just going to put a little bit of my Elmer's glue on in there. All right. And then mix
So
it.
wait, now say it again. Hold on. So you're going to do a combination of water, Mod Podge, and Elmer's glue?
Yep.
Come on. Okay, hold on. I'm grabbing my Elmer's glue. It's right here. Hold on.
Okay.
All
I
right,
mean,
and I got some water, and I have a paper plate here. And I agree with you because I think, especially here in Southern Louisiana, we're so humid here. I find with the glues, especially, they can get
mm-hmm,
a little sticky, and
mm-hmm.
they're harder to work with. So I totally
Uh-huh.
agree with that.
Yeah, absolutely. And so, I mean, I'm just going to keep, and I would add water sparingly. Okay.
Okay.
Because sometimes I've found in the past, for me and my
Hmm.
client, I add way too much water at once. I
Okay.
can't add enough glue or other items to like catch up to make it the right thickness, if that makes sense.
Okay.
I also have some gel matte medium, which
Oh,
is
I have
also
some of that
good.
somewhere.
Now, I do not add that to my mixture,
Okay. Okay.
but I do use that. And I was going to use it a little bit today to show y'all how that works because I find that works really good as well.
Okay.
Okay.
All
All right.
right.
Y'all see this kind of mixture I made here? And you'll see how I've got
Yep, I
a
can
little
see
bit.
it.
It's watery. It's not too thin. It's not too thick. So, yep, that's my recipe. Now, if straight up Mod Podge works for you, you got to do what works for you. All right.
Okay.
Okay, ladies. Now, while
I feel like
y'all
I
are
have
getting your
enough.
mixture together,
I
I'm
don't
going to
feel like I
lay,
made enough. Go ahead. You go ahead, and I'm going to follow you. Don't wait on me. I'm going to make a big mixture of this.
well, I just want to ask everybody, what napkin do you want me to use out of these here? Y'all tell me.
Oh, God, they're so
We've
pretty.
got the bright floral. We have got the bright hydrangea, pastel hydrangea, um, bows, bunnies, and mushrooms. Okay, which hydrangea? The pastel or the colorful flowers? Okay, pastel hydrangea. Okay, daisies. This one. Okay, hydrangeas. Which hydrangea? This one. Okay, hydrangea. Mushroom. Okay. I think we got hydrangea in the lead. Do you guys want to do the pastel hydrangea?
I'm good with it. So we got a bright, we got a pastel. I'm good with either one.
I think the pastel is winning out. So we're going to start with this pastel one.
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to unfold my napkin here. All right. And I have got my cheapy Dollar Tree double-sided tape, which I have found for me, this does not do anything. This does not hold anything. However, it is perfect for removing your napkin layers. So I'm
Okay.
just going to put a little bit of my double-sided tape there in the corner. And I'm going to pull that layer off. Okay. And
Oh
I'm going
my.
to hang on to this for now. All right. And sometimes there are more than one layer. So, and you may not think there is. And so, okay, that looks like I got them all. But I always just take a little corner and test it just to make sure I've gotten all the layers off.
Okay.
Oh, hey, Amber. Hey, Meg. Hello. All
Oh,
right.
Meg, I was just talking about you, bestie. You're my encouragement, Meg. You keep saying that now you love decoupage. You know I hate it. So I'm trying to learn it from Maddie.
And I mean, I'm not an expert. I just love the texture. So I am going to cut out a corner of my napkin here. And I love my pinking shears. You can ask Carrie.
Those pinking shears are awesome.
I love my pinking shears. All right. And save the rest of your napkin. Okay. I have a little pile.
Okay.
And I'm going to go all the way around. All right. And look, I have a tear there. I don't care. It's fine. It's fine, y'all. Don't worry if you get a tear. You're good.
Okay. Okay.
No worries. Okay. And then I'm just going to trim across the bottom. And then I have got these bags. All right. They say happily ever after. Carrie, I should have sent you some of those
No, you're good. You're
for
good.
your princess journals.
Oh, yeah.
Duh. So I am going to take a little bit of my mixture I just made
Now,
here.
why do you use your pinking shears on them? It's just for the look?
Just for the look.
Okay.
No
Okay.
other
Gotcha.
reason. I've got
Okay.
regular scissors here. You can cut them out with regular scissors.
Okay. Gotcha.
And then the next one we do, I'm not even going to cut it out. I'm going to do one that's like Carrie's, which it's
Okay.
got the pattern all over.
Okay.
So I found like you've got the two different kinds of, not kinds, but whatever. You've got napkins that have like 4, 8, whatever of an image mirrored.
Mm-hmm.
And then you've got your napkins that are more like this one, which has got the image all over it. And it's just, I don't know, what are the words? Like it's just all one image, one big image instead of like a lot of little images. Anyway. All right. So I've got my little bag here and I'm just going to take a little of my and paint it on.
Now, what are you painting it? You're painting it directly onto the napkin.
Nope, I'm painting on my bag that I'm going to put my napkin on.
Oh, okay. So whatever the substrate is,
My
you're
little
gonna paint.
mixture. Yes, whatever you're using, I'm
Okay.
gonna. This is how I do it.
All right.
I'm gonna
Gotcha.
put a little thin layer, not too much, down
All
on
right.
where I'm putting my napkin,
All
and
right.
then I'm gonna take my napkin and I'm gonna lay it on top and just kind of pat it. Just give it a
Okay.
little like pat, a little tap.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Here we go.
And then I'm going to go back with my little mixture again and just kind of lightly go over it. Now, I will tell you, you don't want to like go over it too much because you may rip or tear, which is not a big deal. But I just usually start from one end of the napkin and work my way over, or I do it in quarters when I'm going back over, just to make sure that I don't get too much glue, too much wet, and it tears my napkin all up.
I got you. So that's kind of a lot of where I make my mistake is I could be heavy handed. Hey, Angela, the traveling crafter. Who else did I miss? Let's see. Susan at I Totally Love It. Susan, hey girl. And Amber, Thrifty Journal Shop. Hey girl. Did y'all see Amber's latest video? Oh my God, Amber, you kill me. I loved it. It was wonderful. Your little paper bag pockets that you made.
Awesome.
Awesome. Awesome.
I think I've watched it twice already, Amber. It's a great
Yeah.
video.
It really was good. I loved it.
I loved it too. And so there you go.
And
Now
so that's it, right? That
that's it.
is. What do you do? So the crinkles and stuff, and like if you have air bubbles and things like that, that doesn't bother you, or do you
No.
get that? Because I get it every time.
Oh, hey Angela. Um, yes, no, I don't. I'm good with it. So this
Okay.
is one that I did prior.
And you're
Okay,
doing it on a bag. That is amazing. Okay.
and
Oh,
you can
that's pretty
see
cool.
it's got some good texture on it. I've gone and just trimmed the edges. You know, I've laid it out to dry, which it does take a minute where I live to get things dry, especially
Yeah.
if it's raining. But you can see all the texture. And I love the texture. I love the feel. I love the wrinkles. I love the texture. I think it adds to the whole look
So
for
let
me.
me ask you something, Maddie. Can you use one of those heat guns to dry this stuff or no?
You can. I have my heat gun. I mean, it's loud, but I can definitely, get it and show y'all. It takes a while still for it to dry because of where I live, even with the heat gun. But yeah, I've got it right here. You can just. Now, if you lived in a drier climate, it
Hmm.
may that may go great. That may be
Yeah.
super fast for you, but for me, I just have a place right next to my workstation, and I just lay them out to
Yeah.
dry, and
I,
that's it.
I usually put them in the sun and then they fly all over the yard, and my husband will bring them to me in a little while.
Or you can do that. That's a great. So I'm gonna go ahead and lay that one to the side because I really want to show y'all one of my favorite things that I love to do. But I did want to start with something small because I mean, to me, if you start with something really small, like cut out a little piece of something and
Hmm.
decoupage it on, you're
Hmm.
not so afraid of it, I guess, of
Okay.
decoupaging.
Okay.
Okay, music paper. Love my music paper.
Hmm.
So I'm going to grab a big napkin.
Okay.
Okay. I think I'm going to do this one. And I am going to go through and do where'd I put my tape? My little tape trick. Now, if you don't have the tape, you can put a little glue on your fingers or try to separate it.
Okay.
Again, you do what works good for you. I just go in the corner, and for me, that always just works so well, just lifting that right up. Oh, actually, you know what? I don't want to use this because I'm noticing it's got that mirrored image on it, and I want to do one that does not have that. So hang on.
Okay.
Let me grab another napkin. Oh, here, you guys liked this one. We'll do this one then. Now, you can use the mirror images, no issue. You can make ephemera or whatever with them. But, this I'd like to use as a page in a junk journal.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's okay. That would be a cool texture.
Mm-hmm. And some napkins are only 2 ply. Now, the real nice bougie napkins are 3 ply. You have to really get that third ply off. But
Yeah, this is proven difficult here, but yeah.
yeah, yes, like, yep, yeah, exactly. Yep. All right. So I have got my little mixture. I'm going to put my brush over here, and I have got one of these big sponges brushes. Okay. These
Hmm.
you can get at the Dollar Tree for nothing. I'm going to use this on my music paper, and I'm going to put down. This is how I'm going to lay my glue down, is with this bigger sponge brush. And I'm just going to sort of eyeball it.
Okay.
I just think
Hey,
this
Nicole. Hey, Nicole.
I just think this is so relaxing. Just sit here and I don't really paint. I'm not like a painter.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I mean, this is just super relaxing just to sit here and paint with glue, I guess, for me. All right, so I've got a thin layer laid down, and then I'm just going to take my napkin and I'm going to lay it down, and I'm just going to gently pat. And I am not going to get all worked up about the fact that it's on there a little bit crooked because we can trim it. Like,
Okay.
all right, because that used to drive me crazy. And then I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
why are you getting worked up about that, Madeline? And I'm going to go back here and find my places where I didn't quite get the mixture underneath the edges. Okay.
Okay.
And I'm going to make
Okay.
sure my edges are really good and sealed.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Now, this is where the whole y'all are gonna think I'm so weird. I work in quadrants on like a napkin like this size. So I'll take my glue and say I'll start here and I'll start in the middle and I'll just work my way up going over it. And that sort of helps me remember where I've already put the second layer of glue down. So I don't go back over and just make a huge mess.
Okay. I'm doing mine on a paper bag right now just because I want to see. I
Oh,
like
that's a great
this.
idea.
Yeah, I like this texture. Carla's
See,
video.
what I just did.
Yeah, Carla's video the other day for Give Us Scraps. She did those paper bag uh little pockets, and so that was one of the things I wanted to try and emulate today because I just think they're cute. And I've never done slow stitch, so I wanted to try that. And I thought, well, let's do it on this paper bag. Let's see how this comes out later today, and maybe we can do something with it. You
I
know?
bet it'll be awesome.
Yeah, I hope so. Let's see. We'll see. I'll post in my community tab if it turns out. Thank you, Carla. Y'all are so encouraging. Thank you. Yeah, y'all go. Hey, and listen real quick. I want to shout out, give a scrap. If you're not following that hashtag this year, it has been so inspiring to see everybody's what they're doing with their scraps. I'm telling y'all, Jen at Scrapbooks and Memories. The other day, I left this comment. She was using the crepe paper to make little rosettes, like. And I told her, I said, do you know how many rolls of that crepe paper I have left at the thrift store? A lot. I said, I'm going to have a bigger shed now. And then Susan at I Totally Love It. If y'all are not following her series, Junk Journal News, every Sunday evening, Susan puts out a video that encapsulates everything that she's been made aware of that's happening in our community, collabs, sales. I mean, jump in, Susan. It is an incredible, it's a lot of work for her. I know it is, but it is absolutely worth the watch because then you can go and see all these creators that you may not be familiar with and what they're up to. It's really a great series.
Okay, so I've got that finished, and then I wanted to show y'all how it comes out
Oh
on the
my
music
gosh, look how
paper.
beautiful. Oh my God, now I have to do that. That is gorgeous, Maddie. I'm gonna lay this to the side. Oh, I gotta do that. Let's see.
This would be like a great pocket in a journal.
Yes.
It would be a great little page in a journal.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. It'd be a great page. That is
Mm-hmm.
really very nice. I'm gonna do one up real quick. I've just started the Sleeping Beauty journal, so maybe it'll wind up in there. We'll see.
And I
What are
just
you
love,
working on, Maddie? You had some glue books that
oh,
were
girl.
to die for, by the way.
Thank
I
you.
don't know if I told you that or not, but oh my goodness. Beautiful.
Thank you. I am actually Well, I mean, I can give y'all a little bitty sneak peek if you want.
Yes, please. I want to
I
see. I'm
mean,
nosy. Let me see.
okay, sorry. All right, so this is my next set of junk journal glue books. I have. Here's that one.
Oh, what?
And then I have, oops, that one. Flower arranging. And then
Oh my word.
I had two of this one. So I did two because I just thought that cover was so pretty. And then look at this. This is very retro fabulous.
Oh wow. Yeah, that one's fantastic.
And then this one here, which is also, they're all very kind of retro, but that's real fun.
Success with Houseplants. I have that one. I have that
Yeah,
book. It's a wonderful book.
it's a great book. So I've got my signatures done. I just have to bind them and finish them up. But oh, and I actually found a Mother's Day ideals. And so they have got pages from a Mother's Day ideals and little Mother's Day Hallmark books in them.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, just kind of threw out.
That's perfect.
All right. Now, I have another idea for you guys.
All right.
I found these at TJ Maxx. I love TJ Maxx. I'm going to trim out one of these little butterflies and get the back off it. And this may be one of those ones where it's got more than one layer. It is. Okay, so I've got the first layer off. Oh, you're welcome, Sandra. Wow, that was fast. Happy birthday. If y'all don't know, this is Sandra's birthday month.
Oh, happy
And I think
birthday.
it may be Angela, the traveling crafter.
Yeah.
Too. And then I'm working kind of like Carrie. That second, if you've got that third layer in there, it is sometimes hard to kind of get that removed good and get all the little pieces off it. All right. And then you end up with a little journaling card or whatever when you get that all glued on. I mean, how fun is that?
Cute. That is super cute.
All right. So I'm going to move on to my next idea. I feel like I'm not really transitioning very well, but I'm just
You're
kind of
doing
like,
fine. You're doing good, Maddie.
okay. This is a master board that I made before we got going, just on regular scrapbook paper. Okay. Remember, I told y'all to hang on to those napkin pieces we took off?
Yeah.
We are going to decoupage one of these on top of my master board.
Oh, and so you can still, it's translucent enough
Yep.
that you can still see it,
Yep.
but it gives you the texture. Oh,
Yep.
that's super. That is super. I love it.
And you're going to end up with something that looks like this. And this one actually had a pattern go through. But, sometimes that second layer, you're going to have a little bit of the pattern of the napkin on it. Yeah, but
Mm-hmm.
this is what you're going to end up with.
Wow. Okay.
See, that one is not done, and this one is. Can y'all tell the difference?
Yeah.
And it's not scary to do this. And I've even got a little modeling paste on here that I put on. So I'm going to go back to my big brush and just start brushing my paint mixture on. Like this. All right, I'm just going to continue to brush on my glue. Hey, Ben, you just get back from the post. Just put those down, baby. Thank you for going to the post office for me. Mm-hmm. All right.
Those are all the bags we passed next week.
Thank you.
Okay. Sorry.
Love you.
Love you.
Bye.
Yeah.
My baby turned 17 this week. I can't believe it. Anyway, all right.
Goes by fast.
It does. It does. Okay. All right. So here we go with this. And then I'm just going to put this on top like that.
Those are great ideas. I really would have never thought about putting it over a master board. But that is a fabulous idea, really.
And then, and I, as previously stated, I love the wrinkles. I am a texture girl.
Mm-hmm.
I love the wrinkles. Let's see if I can get my ink out. You can really see the wrinkles even more with the ink, a little ink on there. And so I'm just going to pat that down and lightly go back over it very carefully. Now this is a thinner layer of the napkin. Also, well, I found it sometimes to be a thinner layer. So you really want to be even more careful when you're going back over it.
Oh, okay, good tip. So on the inside layers of the napkin, the white layers, basically,
Yep.
just more careful because it's not as heavy apply. Okay, gotcha.
Yes. Thank you for finding my words for me, Carrie.
No, no, you're good. I just have to repeat it out loud so I remember it. Because if I don't repeat it out loud, I have no recall anymore. None. I forget everything. So I find if I repeat stuff, I'm good.
I have to write everything down.
Except Carla's like, except the ones that keep showing up on my face. Girl, Carla. I don't even know which ones I hate the worst, y'all. The wrinkles on my face or the wrinkles in my neck. Those drive me nuts because I'm like, what?
Oh, my
What is
neck.
happening here?
Oh, Meg, I know Benjamin is such a help to me going to the post office. I mean, he's part of the reason you guys get your packages so quickly. He is so sweet to do that.
Thank God for those driving children.
No joke. And you can see that you can really start to see what's going on underneath. And
Mm-hmm.
I've got everything on here. I have got wallpaper and, inked things. I mean, this is really a big a masterboard of a lot of different, mediums.
Now, Maddie, on your mat, like what the surface that you're doing this on, do you cover that with anything or you just wipe up your mat after?
I just wipe up my mat after.
Okay, okay.
I've tried to do it that way in the past, and for me, it just seems like if I have a mess on something like this, for example,
Mm-hmm.
um, that mess is. I mean, I try to wipe that up, or I'm going to put whatever I'm doing next in that mess and get it on the other side anyway. So for me, I just do this, and then when I move it, I'll wipe around it
Mm-hmm.
and get all the extra the glue up or whatever. And I also have this is I mean y'all probably have this too, but I also have a huge thing of baby wipes nearby.
Yeah, I have to have my baby wipes out here for sure.
And I dry baby wipes.
Okay.
'Cause they really dry baby wipes really mop up glue very nicely.
Okay, good to know.
So I'll just take a few baby wipes out and just hang them wherever on my lights or just put them around backs of
Just
chairs
to have them ready. Okay.
just to have them ready. Yep. Okay, y'all. So there is that masterboard there.
Now, how long do you let things dry or do in it? And I know this is going to be subjective because, again, humidity, all that temperature has a lot to do with this. But typically, how long can you let things dry before you're able to use them, Maddie?
If it's not raining, I would say a day, like 24 hours.
Okay.
If it's raining, it's going to take a little bit longer here. But yeah.
Okay.
It just depends. So, I mean, really, it's not very good for something if you want to use it that day. I mean, you're going to,
Yeah.
which is why I usually go through and like a mass make. I make a bunch at one time,
Mm-hmm.
and I just have it ready. Oh,
Yeah,
thank you,
I
Sandra.
I would think, yeah, Sandra, thank you. I would think that this is the kind of task that if you're going to mix up the glue, you're going to pull all these supplies out. You're gonna want to go ahead and mass make.
Yes, and this container is actually an old lotion container, and I have the lid. And so if I have a lot left in here, I'll just pop the lid back on it real tight, and then it'll usually keep for a little while for me.
Oh, cool. Oh, good. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. So I mean, if you have like any kind of container with I mean, probably a mason jar would work great for that.
Mm-hmm. Well, and there's another hashtag. Give a scrap right there, right?
For what?
For the container. I mean, you're recycling the container,
Oh
even.
yeah. Oh
You know
yeah.
what I mean? Like,
Yes,
that's awesome.
for sure. All right. So now I've got some things that I have done. You know what, Daisy? We when I had babies, we used to do what Costco wipes, formula, diapers, everything. And then we had to quit our Costco membership. It was too expensive to go in there.
Now, are these the things that are already dry? We're going to the magic of television,
Mm-hmm.
right? Section
Yes.
of portion of the this is the magic of television portion of the program.
Yes. Um, I did this very kind of odd shaped tag here. All right. And then in order, I don't want to get cut all that off. I mean, that would take me forever. I'm way too ADHD to sit there and do that. So
Mm-hmm.
I have a sanding block again, a good Dollar Tree sanding block.
Mm-hmm.
And I just kind of very gently go around the edge and it'll just come off very nicely for you. Oh, saran wrap. That's a good idea. Put saran wrap.
I just read that. That is a good idea.
Now, I guess if you live in a dry climate, you may have the opposite problem of your stuff drying up. I typically do not have that problem. We actually have two home dehumidifiers, like huge dehumidifiers in my house. And then you just kind of go through with your sanding block. If you don't want to trim it out, and you just sand off your edges.
Okay. So this was done. I did mine last weekend in preparation for this, and this I didn't do the mixture like where I, cut it down with water. So you
Uh-huh.
can absolutely feel there's a difference,
Mm-hmm.
in the texture itself.
Yes. Yep, I think so. See, easy peasy. And then I have done, these are index cards.
Look
I
at
have
you.
do time cards are fun. I have decoupaged on colored cardstock, and I have gone through and cut out, like I have a baggie full of all my little scraps, and you can go out and cut out your roses. That makes a great embellishment on something.
Oh, what?
Pocket.
Oh, look at that.
Just cutting out, trimming out your napkin. And again, I love the texture. I have made little envelopes. You can make little envelopes with it. Bookmarks. I've sewn around this one.
Oh, look at that. Oh,
Journaling
that's
card.
pretty.
Guest check. I've done guest checks. Um, This is from that bunny napkin. I just kind of cut out, made a little egg shape with it, put some ink. You got a little bunny there. You can make it, whatever. I mean, honestly, to borrow a phrase from Carla Frizzell, the possibilities are endless.
Yeah,
They
that's
really
amazing.
are.
But those are some great ideas. I'm glad you shared those because, I don't think about all of that. That's the beauty of this community and jumping onto the lives and even watching everybody's videos. It's the amount of creativity that is out there is amazing to me.
I mean, I really do get a lot of inspiration from all of you out there, like even
Mhm.
just your comments. I mean, I have gotten some of my best ideas just from comments on my videos.
Oh, Leah has a tip here. Listen to this one. So, if
Okay.
you do not have a mixed media mat or glue mat, you can use the covering of a ream of paper. The inside of those coverings make awesome glue mats. Well, thank you, Leah. That is a good tip.
Oh, nice.
That is a great tip. I would have not thought about that, even looking at something like that.
That is a great tip. Awesome. Thank you, Leah. So right now I'm just taking one of this is like some mixed media paper. I just did, decoupage a napkin on. And I always save my scraps. If I'm trying to get a clean edge, I always save my scraps. These are great for collage. Um, and then I'm going to trim this out to 5 by 5. And I'm going to use my envelope and my little envelope board and make a quick little envelope.
Oh, awesome.
Thank you, Sandra. I'm glad you're engaged. I feel like y'all are probably like, this chick is so boring.
Oh, I know. We should remind everybody to go give a thumbs up, though. Go give a thumbs up to Maddie's first live, please, y'all. Every little bit helps. Every little bit helps.
Okay, so I've got a 5 by 5 piece of paper. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this thing, which this is a great little tool, by the way, that I picked up for I don't think a lot of money at Hobby Lobby. And I'm just going to go through and make my scores here. And then that one there. Let me get that. I can barely see that. Let me get that lined up. So you guys have big Easter plans? What are y'all doing for Easter? You guys celebrate Easter?
Well, I'm not boiling no eggs, that's for sure. They're still a little
Um,
high for the Cutchins household here.
yeah, they are.
But I don't have little kids either. If we did have little kids, it'd be a different story. We may go to the plastic egg version, but hopefully y'all are spending time with family.
Absolutely.
Sandra's going to spend time with friends and yummy food. Amen.
Yes, that sounds awesome. I think we may go to breakfast tomorrow morning. All right. So I'm going to fold up my little envelope here. Oh, that's looking good, Carrie. What are you going to make?
Thank you. I guess I'm going to make an envelope real quick. We're going to I'm going to use I have one of those boards right here, but you can also, if you don't know, which everybody probably in here knows this already, you don't have to have a board. If you do it by the square and you find the center in the back, like I'm fixing to try to find, you can just fold it. You can just fold it. It'll do the same thing. Hopefully. Now that I'm on camera, though, it won't. So y'all don't get your hopes up. Don't even get your hopes up here. Here's my center. Let's see how we do this. So you just come here like this. touching your center point, touching your center point, and then just fold up,
Well, that's awesome.
right?
I can never seem. I tried to do that, and I just could never. And I tried a lot.
Well,
I could never
okay.
seem to get my
Can I
lines
just tell
straight.
y'all how this centering ruler has changed
Oh,
my life?
well, yes. Look at that.
Okay. Well, I think it was $7 or $8 on Amazon. I ran to Uncle Jeff's house and said, Uncle Jeff, I need this centering ruler. Send it to me. He delivered it within 2 days. I'm telling he's like my drunk uncle. I keep giving him money. That's my Uncle Jeff. So if you do not have a centering ruler, and I think they sell them at Hobby, I think they sell them everywhere, but just type in centering ruler because this girl does nothing straight unless it's with a centering ruler.
Sandra, who do you know that lives in Germany? My very like lifelong best friend from college. She lives in Germany.
Look.
I know it's terrible. I have to call. I usually call her in the morning when I'm driving to work because it's like mid afternoon for her there, and we chat then. Okay, y'all. I'm gonna grab another piece of napkin, and I'm gonna do one here with my gel matte medium, which I also really like to use. And sometimes I forget about it, but it's also a really good. But I still am going to use my kind of watery, gluey brush from, my little orchid vase there.
Now, Maddie, you can. So I have this little sentiment right here. So I
Okay,
could just glue straight to that and it'll adhere.
I would. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
You sure can.
So any like art glitter glue would work.
Yep,
Because
that's what
this, let me try it.
I
Let's
used art
try
glitter
it.
glue to make my envelope. How did you glue your
Okay.
envelope?
I didn't glue it down yet. I
Oh,
didn't glue it
okay.
down yet.
I got
It's
you.
so stiff. It's kind of, because again, this was from that mixture. This one was done with that mixture because it feels almost like heavy leather. That's
Oh,
what this fit.
okay.
Yeah, it's really it's cool. It's very cool. Let me try this. I'll try a little.
Oh, Randy, that sounds super fun.
You're the music director for your church. Oh, I bet you are getting ready for a big show, huh? And we have a choir and brass band. Oh, and then a state dinner. Good Lord. What time, girl? And how long will it take me to get there? Hold on.
Randy is a very talented pianist.
Is she? That's awesome.
He is.
I was first chair clarinet, but that was a long time ago.
Look at you, Carrie. You
Uh-huh.
just got all kinds
Yeah,
of
I
talents, girl.
was the cool kid in school. First chair clarinet. Yeah, that made me cool. Uh-huh.
I think music is great, though.
Yeah, me too.
I love music.
My music selection is fairly broad.
Broad.
Fairly broad, yes.
Mine
I
too.
can listen from Amy Grant to Amy Winehouse in just the heartbeat of a minute. I can
Same.
switch it up pretty quick.
Same. You have a very random playlist, that's for sure.
Mhm.
So now I'm just going back over this with the matte medium. And I do thin it a little bit with my water here when I'm going over it, but it works well too.
So I'm seeing that the art glitter glue did not stick
Hmm.
to this. So I'm gonna
Now,
try this Fabric and
you
see
may
what
need to hold
happens.
it a second. When I just did the art glitter glue
Okay.
on my envelope, I had to
Okay.
go back and really press
You
it like it's
did?
a
Okay.
good yes.
Let me try then. Let
We
me
want
try
we
that.
do want Sandra. We do want a concert, Carrie.
Oh, okay. Well,
We sure do.
if I ever learn how to play Tupac on the clarinet, y'all watch out. because that.
Oh, I for sure want to go that one.
Y'all watch out. Let me tell you something, Leah. I don't know if I can sing like Amy Winehouse, but y'all may want to. Y'all probably wouldn't want to hear me sing, but you know, I've been known to do a karaoke a time or two in my life, but that was back in the day. I hadn't done that in a long time.
Oh, that sounds fun. So when we have, the girls crafting weekend at the Steel Magnolias house, we need to
Yes.
add that to the
We
list.
should talk about that. We should keep talking about it till it comes to fruition. We want to do a crafting weekend at the Steel Magnolias house. If Meg is still in here, Meg keeps talking about doing a journal retreat too. But Meg Rooney, if you're still in here and you haven't heard us talk about it, we do want to do something at the Steel Magnolia house because you can
Mega
win it.
Rooney.
Yeah, that's what I call it because we're besties. Remember, y'all don't tell her, but
I
we
love
are.
I love a nickname.
Hey, you're not far from that, Susan. See, even I totally love it could come. Oh, that wouldn't that be fabulous? I think that would be so fabulous. And oh my gosh, the little shops and stuff that they have there it just is wonder. It's a wonderful little town. It really is. I think it would be a lot of fun.
I would absolutely. I mean, we could start with a viewing of the movie.
Oh, wouldn't that be great? My colors are blushing bashful.
Hmm. Hmm.
Even Angela would come. Angela, hey, let me tell y'all too, real quick, okay? Angela's jumping on at 12:30 today, guys. If y'all didn't hear or didn't see it in the comments or haven't set your notification on, Angela the Traveling Crafter's doing an unboxing from her trunk. She went to an awesome estate sale. So
Ooh.
I want to see because I'm nosy. I am nosy as heck. I know, Meg, the first time I watched this movie, this is no lie. And I don't really watch movies anymore. I don't watch a whole lot of TV. I watch YouTube really. But the very first time I watched that movie when it first came out on DVD, well, I think it was VHS back then actually. uh I think I watched it at least 3 times, like back to back. I was so listen, Shirley MacLaine, when I
Hmm.
tell y'all when she went off and said, "Hell, I saw Drum eating in the Piggly Wiggly this morning and smiled at the son of a bitch in spite of myself." Y'all, I thought I would die. I thought I'm not. Let me tell y'all how bad it is. I went to see the play twice because it was actually a
Ooh.
play. Yeah, and I still have that playbill too. I love, 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 love that movie. That's what old women do. We grow tomatoes. I was like, oh my god.
Carla, Carla says, Pepto Bismol. Yeah, it looks like the
Yeah, Pepto
sanctuary's been
Bismol
hosed
pink.
down in Pepto Bismol.
Yes, Lord, I love that movie.
I do
I'm
too.
telling you, I don't know if I hadn't seen one better yet. That was a pretty darn good one. Hollywood needs to step up their game, I think.
I agree. There are just some. I agree.
Yes, yes, everybody. It's in Natchitoches, Louisiana. It
Say
is
that again.
Natchitoches.
Okay, so I've always called it Nacogdoches.
So there is a Nacogdoches, but I call
Ooh.
it Natchitoches.
So is
That's
it two different places or the same
There are
place?
two different places. Nacogdoches and Natchitoches are two
Oh
different
my
places.
gosh.
Mm-hmm.
I did not know.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. And that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Now listen to what I'm telling y'all, everybody, because everybody may not always be on my channel. Louisiana, like southern Louisiana where I am, and northern Louisiana where Natchitoches is, that's two different Louisianas. You talking about two very, very different Louisianas. They are not really Cajun up there. Okay. They are they are big city folks. And I'm sure they're lovely people. I'm not saying they're not. I know where Leslie lives. She lives up in northern Louisiana, kind of up that way. And her people, I love her people. I love to go visit her. They are lovely people, but they are not Cajun people. It's different. It's very different.
Okay. I totally love it. I'm in
You're in Nacogdoches. Okay, Susan, that makes sense. So Susan is in the Nacogdoches. Natchitoches is where Steel Magnolias is.
Okay, and is that in northern or southern Louisiana?
Nacogdoches. I didn't think Nacogdoches was in Louisiana. Susan, is it? Is it in
No, no.
Louisiana?
Say no.
Natchitoches is in
Natchitoches.
Louisiana. It is in Louisiana. It's in northern Louisiana.
Northern.
Natchitoches.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. I think you just said that actually.
So
Okay.
Nacogdoches, Texas is
Texas.
Nacogdoches. Yes.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right.
I didn't think it was in Louisiana.
Okay.
But I knew it's two different. So yeah, you're not far, huh, Susan? That's cool. Hey, in June, oh my goodness, the traveling crafter's gonna be in the South in June. Oh Lord, don't tempt me with a good time, y'all.
Where's she coming?
She gonna be in Mississippi and Louisiana. Listen, I say
Oh,
Alabama people, y'all get ready. Y'all just get ready. Let's
is she
plan
coming to
something.
Alabama?
No, Mississippi and Louisiana, but that's just across the line, girl.
Oh, it
That ain't
sure
nothing.
is.
That ain't nothing.
Yeah, I
That ain't
know.
nothing but a day trip, girl.
I know. Where is she going? Angela, are you still on here? Where are you going? Where are you going in Mississippi? Mississippi?
So, Susan, you were married in Covington? That is so cool. You crossed the state line, girl. Are you sure that's legal, Susan? She's going to be
Oh,
in Biloxi and New
Biloxi.
Orleans. She's going to be in
Oh,
Biloxi and New Orleans. I love
yeah.
it.
I love it too. Those are some super fun places. Biloxi, and I love New Orleans.
Angela, we need to get together and plan something, that's for sure. That'd be yeah, between Biloxi and New Orleans, man. The but really and truly, y'all, let me brag for just a second. So I will tell y'all that living in Louisiana is in southern Louisiana. In Let me clarify, in Acadiana, where I live. Acadiana encompasses 13 parishes in southern Louisiana. And I am so thankful to have moved here. I was born in New Orleans. I grew up in the panhandle of Florida. That's where I grew up. My husband was born and raised in the panhandle of Florida. We met at church. That's a story for another day. So, uh, my husband moved us back here. We were not married long. We had children already, but to follow his brother to make his millions in the oil field. This was
Mm.
over 30 years ago, y'all. I am still waiting on that million. Okay. His brother has since moved back to Florida. That didn't last long. We stayed, and I'm so thankful to have to live here because even though Louisiana, I will tell you, is on the bottom of every list imaginable, reading, literacy,
Oh, but
high school dropout,
is
you name
it?
it.
Is it a little
Oh, I don't know. Look,
There
girl,
may be
we
some numbers
bad.
below that
We bad over
one.
here. But
No.
the culture here, it truly, and I know Angela's visited quite a few times in New Orleans, and it's still a little different, but I think she would agree the culture here, it has its own heartbeat. That's the only way I can describe it. It is its own soul here. People here, family, like the lineage of family here is so important to people that they carry, like if you are a sugarcane farmer, your son's going to be a sugarcane farmer, your cousin, your uncle. If you play in a band, you going to the aunt is going to be selling tickets at the door. I mean, it is just amazing the amount of history, lineage, and the importance of family that's here. And plus, they have all the good food, so there's that.
I love that. I think family is important.
Yeah, they are very family centric here in this area. It's like I'll tell you right now, in Acadiana where I live right now, there's every family has gone to somebody's house today and tomorrow and yesterday because they do a 3-day thing over here. And every crawfish pot is on boil right now. I'm telling you, they have sold out every crawfish farm. You ain't going to be able to find a crawfish from here to Texas, okay? Because they have bought them all, and they cooking all weekend. Like you can go outside. I wish I had smell-o-vision. I could open my shed door right now, and all I'm smelling is crawfish seasoning because people are boiling all around us. I'm telling you.
So are they using Old Bay? What is the seasoning of choice?
So the seasoning of choice usually is a let's see,
Sweet
and
Satcheries.
yeah, it's like a Tony Chachere's, but it's specific to crawfish boils. You can buy it in the store and stuff. I forget the name of it now. I knew you were gonna, dang it, menopause. Uh, yeah, it's a crawfish boil though that you can buy. It's in a yellow bag. Zatarans has one. Zatarans is a good one. Now Zataran, so you have Tony Chachere's. You had see, we're gonna get all into a cultural thing here. We're supposed to be talking about napkins. I'm sorry, y'all in decoupage.
But I like it. I love
So
learning
so
about.
listen, so you got people who love Tony Chachere's.
Mhm,
That's the big seasoning, right? Then
mhm,
you got people who love Zatarans. The difference that I find between Tony Chachere's and Zatarans is not as salty.
hmm,
I prefer the Zatarans. I
hmm.
have to send you some, Maddie.
Some Zatarans.
Zatarans, yep.
Zatarans. Okay,
Hmm.
so where my mom has got a place on the coast, there
Okay.
is a Rouse's Market.
Okay. Yep. That's a
It,
Louisiana company.
it is a Louisiana grocery store, is it
It
not? A
is. Yes,
Rouse's?
ma'am. It
Okay.
sure is. Yes, ma'am. Do they have crawfish over there? Do they import them over there?
I don't know because I'm partial to the shrimp from the
Oh,
Gulf.
don't get me started because I was going to say because now I don't. This is no. Please do not take my honorary Cajun card away. But I would prefer shrimp over crawfish any day of the week. And
Ooh.
don't give me those little Gulf bait shrimp. I'm
Oh
not. No,
no.
no, no. I
Mm-mm.
need the big
Nope.
ones that you're gonna get 3 bites out of. Okay, that's
Uh-huh.
the shrimp I want to eat.
And don't try to trick me because I can taste the difference.
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely. Oh yeah.
Because
No, no,
there
no,
is a
no.
big
Mm-hmm.
difference.
Mm-hmm. I think that worked on the glue too, by the way. Thank you for that tip because it's staying
Oh yeah.
to
You
my
just
little
yeah, you have to give it just a little bit of a little
patience
extra.
is a virtue, they say. These are
Well,
beautiful. These are coming out absolutely beautiful, Maddie.
I'm just doing a I am just doing a journaling card right now with
Hey,
my
Stacy Bell,
dry
welcome.
stuff.
Kat, you like the shrimp too? Yeah, I prefer the shrimp. The crawfish is a lot of work. Yeah, to get to that. I've never been big in like I'll eat crab meat. Don't get me wrong, but I would rather it in a stew so I don't have to crack them and do all that. That's a lot of work.
Oh, I do love Dungeness. That is good.
Yeah, yeah.
Dungeness is really good. Okay, so I have my favorite. Okay, you want to know what my favorite Louisiana seasoning is?
Yes. Tell me.
It's this stuff called Joe's Stuff.
Joe's stuff. I don't know if
Joe's
I've ever
Stuff.
heard of that. Okay, I'll have to look
And
for it.
I make a dish called Mardi Gras shrimp with it, and it
Hmm.
is so good. I will make it for our retreat.
Oh yes, that'll be perfect.
I will make it for our retreat.
That would be perfect. We're
It
gonna
is.
make a we'll make some crawfish fettuccine. Now that I'll eat crawfish
Mm.
fettuccine. That's all,
Ooh,
mix cheese and pasta and throw some crawfish in there. It's all good. And half and butter. Oh, you had me at butter. Yeah, I'm good.
that sounds like the start of the Mardi Gras shrimp. A little butter, a little onion, a little
Hmm.
heavy cream, the Joe stuff, and some sherry. So good.
Mm, 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 mm.
Oh,
Yes,
thank you, Kat.
yes, yes, yes. Y'all remember to go like Maddie's first live. I'm so proud of her. Maddie, let's talk about your sale for a minute. Maddie's going to venture into the world of live sales.
I am, and I am very, very excited. And thank you, Carrie, for taking me under your wing
Mm.
to do this. But it's going to be on a Saturday morning, and it's going to be Saturday morning, May 3rd at 10 a.m. And I have got very special inventory that is not in my Etsy shop that I'm going to have just for the live sale.
Yes, I'm excited for you, Maddie. Really and truly. I appreciate you, the kind words. Thank you very much. Listen, guys, I think that for a lot of you in here, the support that we give each other is what makes this community so special. So I want to thank each and every person that's in this live. It is, as you all know, I was new to crafting, really and truly, and I have never in my life have I ever been with a group of people where I have felt so welcomed and encouraged. And so for that, I I just feel like, it's my honor and my pleasure to pay back where I can. We need to be supportive of each other because Lord knows the world ain't.
Yes. Well, you hit the nail on the head. And Carrie, I would say, and I think I speak for a lot of people when I say this, that you are very, very supportive and very encouraging.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
I
Thank you.
appreciate having me.
Y'all know what I say too. I'm 57 this year. I'm be 57 this year. So I'm just trying really to get into heaven. I'm just trying to I'm trying to right old wrongs, y'all. I'm trying. That cussing a blue streak, I still do it, just not on camera. But Lord have mercy, this mouth, Lord.
I want to know about those wrongs. Carrie.
Woo, Lord
I want
D.
to know what you did.
Wait, hold on. Is Leslie still in the chat? Wait. No, we want Leslie's still in the chat. I mean, we might not share that much of it. Lordy mercy. No, I'm teasing. I'm teasing. This was so much
This
fun.
was so much fun, y'all. Thank you.
Thank
I
y'all.
cannot even thank you so much for joining the live, commenting, being a stalker in the background. I appreciate you stalkers out there. I see you, you
Absolutely.
lurkers. And thank you, y'all. I was a little nervous, but I really appreciate all your support, and I do feel very grateful to be a part of this community as well.
Absolutely. Y'all, I hope y'all all have a good Easter. I hope you get to do exactly what you want to do and you're surrounded by all your loved ones.
Y'all have a great day and a great Easter. Bye, paper dolls.
Bye, guys.